I think the full game is released on Steam. Not 100% sure. Um, but let's get up to it. This game contains flashing lights that may make it unsuitable for people with photosensitivity. Okay. Oh, I get to choose my name. Fuck, what am I, what? I don't know what to do for my last name. Bliss. Winchester. Winchester immediately makes me think of Supernatural. Let's do. I think I spelled that right. Maybe. Devereaux? Possibly. Also, so my commands, are now under spells. So if you want to look at all of my commands, do exclamation, spells, because it was being really stupid and I was kind of sick of it, so I just changed it. Okay, notice, are you sure this can't be changed later? Yes, I am sure. The art style for this looked really pretty. When I was looking at some of the thumbnails they had. In my dreams, I see a black tower. It has no beginning and no end, no doors and no windows, no past and no purpose. It was there before our kind took its first breath, and will be there long after we take its last. It knows not of time or reason. It is greater than life and truer than death. I used to be afraid of it. Every time I closed my eyes, it was there, waiting, immobile and ever present. I often wondered what it wanted from me. As infinite as it was, it lacked a voice. My questions remained unanswered night after night. Now I know I should have listened more closely. It was a clear warning, one I was determined to ignore. Even if the answer had been right before me, would I have been willing to understand? Would I have been able to turn my back on what was dearest to me? Pretty colors. Yes, I do wonder. Also, this is another one that I'm kind of excited to see the actual release for, because I do know that this has voice acting in it. I love when dating sims have voice acting in it. Yes, I do wonder. Why am I telling you this now? Maybe even after everything, I still harbor love for you in my heart. You think you outsmarted me, don't you? What will come next is inevitable. You're only delaying what was written in the foundations of the universe long, long ago. This is bound to happen. You're meant to fail, and I am meant to succeed. Well, I don't really like that. So why do you insist on continuing this charade? Are you truly this desperate? I don't know, maybe. Or have you finally gone mad? I see. You think of yourself as special, don't you? The chosen one, the savior, the hero. It must hurt knowing you're none of those things. It must make you lie awake at night, knowing someone else now has what was once yours. I read that completely different than was written, but same outcome. What is crueler than having no place to go, but having no one to be? Damn, this person's mean. And yet you say nothing. Even now, as you stand at the edge of the abyss, you refuse to so much as mumble a word. You could beg for forgiveness, for help, but you won't. Time is not on your side, betrayer. You will soon have to face me. I will erode the hope of those who denied me. I will feed the fear of the disloyal and the broken, and when they look to the sky begging for salvation, they will hope to see me. Okay? Damn. And my wanderer. My dear wanderer will be the key to a new and glorious birth. Remember, betrayer, the Midnight Tower is not my prison. It is my fortress. Wait, okay, so are we the wanderer or are we the betrayer? I got questions. Bliss? Bliss. Bliss. I squint as the light leaking through the windows pierces my eyes. I come back to my senses, or perhaps my senses come back to me. With such sluggishness, I doubt I'm actually awake. Bliss, are you okay? What? My neck throbs as I raise my head to meet my mom's eyes, and that's kind of loud. Wow. Music down. And a thread of drool falls on my folded arms. You. Yuck. Jesus, don't scare me like that again.
You were sleeping with your eyes open. Do you know how terrifying that is?
That is, in fact, terrifying, and I'm so sorry I subjected you to that. Ooh, and this one does have the voice lines. Yay. What time is it? Almost 8. Wow, that makes it nearly 6 hours of sleep. That's impressive. She slaps my shoulder, picking up the empty mug next to my laptop. Not funny. This has to end, Bliss. You have to have a bed and you need to sleep. I look through the window, the fog of sleep slowly lifting from my mind. There's an impending headache building in the back of my head, like it has been all week. Why are we refusing to sleep in our bed? That dream is getting longer with each passing day, more detailed, more permanent. I can remember it all like when I was a kid. Having that type of dream since you were a kid is kind of nuts. If I close my eyes... You're pale. Mom brings a hand to my forehead. The scent of ground coffee reaches my nostrils, bringing a half smile to my face. Hell yeah, you did. You're good, you're good. I want to see pics of your hair. You won't guess the dream I had. She yanks her palm away from me as though I'd caught fire. No. This makes it 5 days in a row.
Yes, I agree.
We can confirm it's back to haunt you. Ooh.
Ugh, don't joke about that. Do not joke about that.
Hey, your mom's kinda hot. Weird sentence, but nevertheless. Don't tell me it still scares you. It's just a nightmare, Mom. Don't tell your grandma that. In fact, let's continue never mentioning to her. I know. You're way more worried about it than I am. You know that, right? Well, I'm your mother. I'm supposed to be. Also, my child has creepy dreams about an evil talking tower since she was able to speak was not in the parenting manual. I bet. Imagine parenting books having a whole section for, hey, your kid's probably possessed. Hey, your kid's kinda cursed. It'll be fine. It's just a stress like last time. You have to take care of yourself. And that's what I'm doing. No, this right here is exactly the opposite of taking care of yourself. She points to the plethora of papers scattered across the kitchen island, a myriad of job postings, my own CVs, and flyers I've collected since I moved back in. You know what Miss Vaughn said back then, right? About stress and anxiety and trauma? Yes, I know, Mom. Maybe we can make an appointment. See if... I don't know. You know Grandma wouldn't like that. A shiver visibly runs down her spine at the thought. She looks over her shoulder to the kitchen doorway, but the ominous shadow of my grandmother hasn't been summoned. Yet. No, she wouldn't. Hey, Alex. How are you? How are you? But I don't care. If you need it, we do it. Dad can cover for us. He called, by the way. He said he'll let you know when he lands. Hey. Great, he owes me 2 souvenirs this time. Get in line, darling. Changing topics. Breakfast? Sure. So I did mention earlier, so my commands are now listed under spells because the trigger for the commands was being an asshole. So if you're ever curious, you can just do this. Fuck, I can't spell. I hate it here. Oh no, it still worked? The fuck? Okay, cool. No, you did it. I was like, what? Yeah, but there they all are. Rolling my sore shoulders, I turn the laptop on with no intention of standing up to eat. I still have some time until Evie comes to pick me up, and I intend to be protective. Rolling my sore shoulders, I turn the oh, what the fuck, I read that already. Bliss. I open my inbox. It's as empty as it was last night. Earth to Bliss. The last rejection email I got yesterday greets me, I sigh. Bliss, come on. What do you want? She lowers the screen, almost closing the laptop altogether. Her eyes find mine, fixing me with a sharp, determined glance. Coffee black, cappuccino, black tea, chocolate milk, juice. See, like, I would typically go tea, right? But, like, I don't drink black tea. Not really. Still cappuccino. Put some milk on that, and we're good. I point at the coffee she's pouring in her mug. I don't know how you can drink that straight. It tastes like dirt. And does. I hate black coffee. Blame your dad. You can't blame dad for everything. Try me. He's not here to defend himself. That's why I do it. That's fair and valid. We share a laugh. Mom picks up her mug and sits next to me, her eyes softening as she strokes my hair. There's no rush, Bliss. You know that, right? You just left that terrible job.
Dad and I talked about it. We're worried about you. You've got to take care of your health first.
Reply, Hazy, try again. Damn. Her finger taps my temple. I strain my laptop screen as if pixels could make the uncomfortable knot in my chest disappear.
You can stay here as long as you need. Take things slow. Talk to us when you need it.
She grabs the hand I keep hovering over the keyboard, squeezing it tight, and only then do I realize I'm trembling. I know, I'm mad at myself, at everything, really. I feel hopeless, it's fine, I'm trying to look at it objectively. Let's do this one. I've worked so hard. I did what everyone told me. Go to college, study hard, and you'll work your dream job. I dejectedly pushed the papers away, as if that could quell my frustration. Look where that got me.
But that effort is yours. No one can take that, your titles, your work, your growth from you. You worked to support yourself, studied like a beast, and stood on your own 2 feet.
Most kids your age can't say that. That's the problem, Mom. That I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult, and I'm not sure I know how to be one. If only I knew. Life's not linear, Bliss. There's crazy ups and downs, and you learn as you go. You're just going through a rough patch.
Be kind to yourself, honey.
I'll try. Thanks, Mom.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Life is already a pain as it is.
So fucking true. She steals a kiss to my forehead before standing up, picking up her purse from the counter.
Your wise and good-looking mother has to leave now. Be a dear and finish with the boxes today, would you?
Yeah, I'll see if I can bribe Evie into helping. Smart, you were hanging out today, right? I'm assuming Evie is our friend. Yep, going to visit a new seer in town. Again? You went to that old lady on the pier last week. It's Evie, Mom. Are you surprised? I don't know, man. Maybe. No. This one, I think, so we keep having this recurring dream of, like, this talking tower, which is kind of like, the fuck that mean, you know? And that's kind of all we got, is that Since we were a kid, we've been having the same reoccurring dream. And, you know, the tower kind of sounded a little ominous, so, like, don't know if I like that. I can't wait for the game. Fuck, what is it even called? Oh, Welcome Dear Human. That was the one with the sleep paralysis demon. I can't wait for that one to go to Steam. I want to play it. Because they're gonna have more than that, just that one demon, and there's gonna be 10 different monsters. So I'm excited for that. Now I can fart in here. It's not a fart. Oh, I'm not surprised. Amazed, maybe. At her stamina? At her force of will. You could always tell her to stay over for a few weeks, see if living with Grandma for a while knocks those ideas out of her head. You don't want that. Believe me, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe she can match your granny's energy. Don't let her catch you calling her that. She won't. She shoots me a wink before breezing through the door.
See you later, honey.
Bye. The door closes with a loud thud, making the house tremble. Then it's only the low buzz of the laptop, the chirping of birds, and me. I heave a long sigh. Another day of applying for jobs awaits me, just like yesterday and the day before, and the day before that. I know that feeling. A soft breeze waltzes in through the open window. I pick up the pen next to me and start mindlessly doodling on a paper. I know things could be worse. They could be better, too. But I should read one of Evie's mindfulness books, or join a yoga group, or actually go back to therapy. I'm doing what I can, but after all these years, after everything I've given up, there's this gnawing fear that I made a mistake so far back in time it's too late to fix. All that I have to show for my struggles is the ominous nightmare stuck in my brain once again. Also, like, having the same recurring nightmare since you were a kid's kind of crazy. The long tendrils of grotesque darkness, the stench of blood and decay, and imagine having that dream as a child. Like, the fuck? That's terrifying. The familiar voice, they've just been waiting all along. Yes, waiting. Waiting for the tides of time to change, for the one who will tip the scales, for the inevitable consummation of a destiny that cannot be denied any longer. Waiting for you, Bliss. Oh.
You are
Hey.
up early.
Aww. She looks so sweet and cute. Ouch. The pen snaps in half in my closed fist. Ink splutters out, slipping between my fingers and dripping down my wrists.
Huh?
Child, what did you do? The fuck? Oh. Was she drawing this tower? That's kind of creepy. Thick droplets fall on the white paper, and a dark silhouette slithers up. Whoa, can I read? Hello? Slithers up to its surface, made of scrawls and scratches. I don't. For the. Grandma erases the distance between us in 2 long strides, tearing the drawing away from me. Hey! I watch helplessly as she strains the page with a slap, shadows surrounding the wrinkles on her forehead. Like a bolt of lightning, she frantically darts around the kitchen, opening cabinets in search of something.
So, the travelers were right. You lied to me.
Ooh! I lower my head, concealing a deep breath I know will only piss Grandma off. I didn't. Ooh. I didn't know she knew about it at all. I thought we were keeping it from her entirely. Oops. I asked you if that thing was back and you said no. That is lying. We didn't want to worry you. You just came back from the hospital and...
What?
Ooh. Damn. We? Of course Olivia's behind this, stubborn child. She's not. Both of us thought it was better not to tell you. It's nothing to worry about, Grandma. I'm going through a hard time and...
No.
You're back and the curse is too. Damn, why we gotta call it a curse? She glares at me and then at the drawing. There's a matchbox in her free hand. Grandma, don't! The flames, rabid and starved, quickly eat away at the paper, illuminating Grandma's face in a reddish glow. I cough and wave my hand about as smoke billows out, thick and pitch black. Grandma lets the ashes fall over. I mean, honestly, burning it like that's probably a good idea. Lets the ashes fall to the floor without flinching, watching them gather in front of her.
You won't claim my family, nor my house. This is my home, and you are not welcome.
She murmurs something under her breath, a prayer most likely. The gray and red ashes build up at her feet, and from the pocket of her apron she takes out a small bottle full of liquid. I watch as she pours it. Can I read normal? Damn. Onto the ashes, and a new kind of smoke erupts from the pile. It scratches my throat, forcing a gag out of me at the sheer indescribable stench. So, just from this alone, I'm kind of wondering why we were trying to keep it from her in the first place. It seems like telling Grandma was the best thing to do. God, what is that? There are no gods here. In the blink of an eye, she sweeps up the ashes and throws them away. Another prayer follows as she holds her ever-present pendant in both hands. There is no curse, either.
How many times must I tell you? Your mother won't understand.
I deflate with a long sigh, looking down at my ink-coated hand. Something itches underneath. Great, what a mess. Wash your hands, then I'll cleanse you. I don't argue, I did lie to her. I just didn't expect to drift off and out of myself like this. Just what in the hell was I thinking? I can't keep going like this. I'm booking an appointment somewhere today. The sting of the water alerts me to a small scratch on my palm, now revealing itself as the ink washes away. Come. She produces a familiar red ribbon. I drag my feet to where she stands, trying not to make any faces while she ties the ribbon around my chest. That's interesting. Breathe in. The ribbon squeezes my rib cage. Grandma walks backwards, stretching the ribbon taut. Then comes the prayer, a quiet grumble. I've long since given up on trying to understand what she's saying or asking about. Out. At least the breathing exercise is calming. I indulge her for a good while until the long, silky edge of the ribbon has coiled into a spiral, resting now against the knot on my chest. Done. I make no effort to stifle my sigh. Grandma unties the ribbon with deft hands and stores it back into her pocket. That's a different type of, cleansing. I've never heard of that. I've got a few different types of cleansing just in my knowledge, and that's not something I've heard of before. So I'm kind of curious if that's actually tied to a certain culture or something. Oh no, no way. I'm not going to thank the ghost. Thanks, Grandma. Do you feel better now? Let's just say thanks, Grandma. She does it because she cares, so thanks, Grandma. And the travelers. Thank the travelers for blessing me in this house with their protection. Well done. She motions to kiss my cheek. I lean down and receive a loud peck as a thank you for participating in a ritual I know nothing of. I roll my eyes and sit back down on my stool. From a periphery, I see Grandma getting her coffee ready, not so stealthily rummaging around to find the whiskey to add to her morning beverage. Whiskey in the morning's crazy. I respect it, though. Out of exhaustion, I decide to play dumb today. I turn on my laptop again. To what purpose, who knows? Do you have a job yet? Damn. Why she gotta say it like that? She stirs a cup. The light scent of alcohol reaches me, mixing with the warmth of the black coffee. I feel the heat rising to my cheeks. No, I'm still... I click around the screen, feigning that I'm busy skimming through my many non-existent emails. She's sounding a little judgmental. She takes a sip of her whiskey-touched coffee. The rock sitting on my chest rolls down to my stomach. Silence follows as per usual. I start to organize the kitchen island to keep my hands busy, feeling my emotions rise with each flyer I stack on the pile. The sound of the doorbell cuts her off. That's Evie.
Huh?
Again? Damn. Does she don't fuck with Evie? Yeah.
That girl spends more time here than in her house.
Maybe if you went out a little bit, you wouldn't see her that often. Open the damn door. Grandma didn't like being called out. That's fair. Instead, I stand up and get the coffee pot running again. She has a key. She just rings the doorbell as a threat.
What?
As a threat is hilarious. Why does she have a key? Because she spends more time here than in her house. Cheeky scoundrel.
Good morning, family.
Oh, she's cute. Evelyn. Abuelita. She kisses each of Grandma's sun-kissed cheeks. By the tiny and quiet, contented smile Grandma is wearing when Evie pulls away, one can tell she was complaining just a second ago.
Jeez, what's with the smell? Don't tell me you burned something again.
Go back to your house. Where's my kiss? Damn. Does that give the same vibe as where my hug at? So jealous. The grin on my face drains my cheeks as Evie throws her arms around my middle and plants a noisy kiss on my tipple. That's better.
Can give you one on the lips if you want.
Yes please? I smack her wrist. Not in front of the old woman. Damn, not just calling her old in front of her.
Me. I like to watch.
Damn! You know what? That's fair. Grandma. Now that you two would be any entertaining. That's crazy.
Huh?
Bringing a hand to her chest in dramatic fashion, Evie's eyes dart between us. What did you do to her? Her eyes find mine as I pour coffee into the oldest mug we have, her favorite. Me? She's clearly pissed. You did something. She lied to me. I throw my head back, hoping whatever gods exist out there can see the whites of my eyes as well as Grandma can. Oh, about the tower? Damn. Evie, you knew? The rattle of cups and stools mixes with the ear-piercing sound of her shouts, loud enough to physically push Evie away in sheer terror.
I mean, I didn't know.
It's a little late for that, babe. It's a little late for that.
Well, yes, I knew, but...
I bring a hand to my forehead as she fumbles on quite spectacularly. At least Mom won't have to keep the secret any longer. It's fine, Evie. Grandma rubs her hands on her skirt, surely in an attempt not to murder me. This is what I get for trying to keep my children safe. This, lies. Bliss didn't want you to worry, miss. Don't you dare, traitor.
Huh?
Evie's loud, heartbroken gasp hurts even me. I sit between them, flailing my arms to dispel the tension. Damn. She got called a traitor. Okay, so we are going to take the boxes outside and go take a walk. We'll be back for lunch. Where do you think you're
To
going?
visit a new seer. His name is Master Lysander. You haven't heard about him?
Evie talked too much. Evie talked entirely too much.
No.
He's the talk of the town. She takes out a shiny flyer from her bag, quite literally forcing Grandma to take it. The distraction tactic seems to work as Grandma squints her droopy eyes to try and make sense of the bold yellow letters. After a second, she slaps the page with her fingers in clear disdain. Girl, you have to stop going to these sacocratos? Might have butchered that. I wouldn't have to look for answers elsewhere if you gave them to me. I'm no cheap fortune teller. The future is already written and one shouldn't gaze into it if they're not ready to face it. I tilt my head at her, way more amused than I should be when she grunts at me like an old dog. Of all the things you got in that thick head of yours. And where is this master? Straight behind Town Hall, where the old tobacco store was. Grandma slams the flyer against the counter, raising a accusatory finger at me.
What?
Sometimes I can read, man. I told you not to go near the main square. What's wrong with the main square? Grandma, it's called the main square for a reason. I can't exactly avoid it.
That building. With that hideous clock. Peh. It should have been burnt to the ground back in the Civil War.
You're talking about Fairborn's biggest symbol, you know that.
Yeah.
Symbol of decay.
Huh?
My god, she's unhinged. I shake my head, swallowing a sigh. The look I sent Evie's way is enough to let her know she should drop the subject. Grab those, Evie. We don't want to be late for your appointment. Again. Following my own instructions, I pick up a mixture of flattened cardboards and boxes, holding painful memories and old trash. This is the last batch, thank God. We should come here and talk some sense into my granddaughter, not drag her along into your senseless search for divine knowledge. As if you didn't do that yourself.
I wouldn't call Divine knowledge, miss. Just a bit of insight. What's so wrong about wanting to connect with the unknown?
Just don't drag my bliss with you. See you later, Grandma. I push Evie towards the door with a shoulder, hearing Grandma muttering something under her breath. Got everything? Let's see. Got my phone, wallet, keys. Keys! I swore I... If your box is here, I'll wait. Sorry. Be right back. Oh, 1 second. Looking for this? Grandma's waiting by the door, dangling my keys between her fingertips. She doesn't fight when I extend my hands, even though her narrowed eyes mean she'd love nothing more than to piss me off a bit. Thanks. Bliss. She grabs me by the wrist before I can flee. The fuck does that say? Non-generian. For a non-generian, Grandma has the strength of a boulder. Okay. Google's getting popped out, because what the fuck does that mean? Oh, I still don't know how to say it. Wait, hold on.
Nonagenarian.
Nonagenarian is a person between 90 and 99 years old. Learn something any. Okay. So for a nonagenarian, Grandma has the strength of a builder. Not now, please. I promise when we come back out.
Oh,
I'm sorry. My arm falls limp as she slowly loosens her grip. About everything.
I know I'm not a very good grandmother.
Aw,
Just like I wasn't a great mother.
why? What do you mean?
I haven't been fair to you, child. I know. I can't expect you to trust me blindly any longer.
The pause that follows is suffocating. I throw glances around the room, wondering if perhaps I didn't really wake up, and I'm still trapped in a dream that won't end well for me. I see. This is exactly what I've been waiting for years, for her to talk to me honestly, without fairy tales, without made-up monsters and curses. And now that it's happening, my mouth has run completely dry.
There are things I haven't told you. Things I haven't told anyone. Things I've done. And things I didn't.
You're right. You're not a child anymore. You deserve to make your own decisions. The wind blows gently, causing the curtains to dance. Grandma's tired eyes fix on me with uncharacteristic wistfulness. Why the sudden change? You know why. The acrid stench of smoke singes my nostrils, revived by her words. On the kitchen floor, a subtle dusty stain is the only thing that remains of my accidental artwork.
Oh,
We can't hide forever. It's time we face the consequences. A blunt shiver runs down my spine. The idea of checking if she has a fever crosses my mind, but I'm frozen to the spot, unsure of what to say or do. Okay? We'll talk when you come back. She reaches out for my hands but pulls away. Saliva pulls in my mouth as I forget how to swallow, and I dumbly nod instead. Sure, I'll be back home soon, okay? You should lay down a bit, watch TV. Is something gonna happen to our grandma? Or something. She nods and turns away to the counter. The usual ferocious look in her eyes is nowhere to be seen, replaced by a veil of absence that tricks my brain into thinking I'm sharing a room with a complete stranger. The moment I manage to get a grip, I scurry away, heart hammering against my ribs. The carefully whispered notes of prayer reach me as I press myself against the wall of the corridor, feeling it close in around me.
Huh?
Bliss? We're gonna be late. Coming. Taking one last calming breath, I sprint to the front door. When the time comes for her to jump into the abyss, do not let her doubt, for it will not. That's kinda ominous. I make a beeline for the porch, closing the door behind me without a second thought. I know that if I give myself room to ponder, I'll cancel my outing with Evie and rush back to Grandma's side. Everything okay? I gather up the boxes in my strangely cold arms, relaxing my jaw to hopefully stop myself from making any faces. Yeah. Grandma had my keys. Loaded with boxes, we start walking down the street. The town buzzes with its ordinary life, full of faces that I still recognize even after being touched by the passage of time. The bins aren't too far away. In just a couple of minutes, we get rid of our cardboard burdens and head to the streets behind the town square. So, are things going better at home? No, you just had a glimpse of my everyday life back there. Come on, Bliss, she worries about you. I know she does. I really do. And I try my best to understand her, and to try to meet her halfway, but halfway doesn't work for her, usually. Usually? She just apologized to me. She looks so sad, like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have kept it a secret from her. You did what you thought was right. She hasn't been very, how to say this, helpful? Well, I guess being bombarded by fear of the ancient curse of Faeborn day and night hasn't exactly been helpful, yeah. I get it. The sudden change of mind can be suspicious, but our eyes meet. Wait. You're not telling me the whole story. Well, that's... Bliss. It's nothing to worry about. Shut up. What happened? Conflicting orders. Bliss. I drag my hands down my face, applying extra pressure just to chastise myself. Let's sit down. Oh no, that bad? No, but I know you. We make our way to a nearby bench, shielded under the thick branches of a tree. As we do, I organize my thoughts, but fail miserably. Well, I didn't sleep well. You know, I haven't been catching much sleep lately, right? Anxiety for real, exactly. And I was exhausted. So I started doodling a bit, you know, thinking, drawing lines and circles and whatnot. That's the definition of doodling, yeah. My mouth opens and only a croak makes it out. There's no way of describing what happened this morning without sounding like a lunatic. I made this drawing. Damn it, there's just no right way of saying this. I drew the tower. You know, the thing from my dreams? I drew it. And Grandma caught me and burnt it. That's why the kitchen stank. The whole world stills. A leaf falls from a nearby tree and Evie doesn't make a sound.
You drew the tower of your nightmares. Unwillingly. Unconsciously.
Maybe? Her tongue darts out to wet her lips once, twice. She fixes her hair, her mouth opening and closing again as she fights her emotions, and thoughts so vividly I could very well be inside her head as I watch her. You know what? Maybe you should start listening to your grandma a bit more. In fact, maybe we should cancel this and go back. No way, not a chance in hell. Bliss, what the fuck are you saying? Listen, I get it. I'm honestly a bit spooked too. Spooked? Spooked? You're a bit spooked. I'm going to heck to therapy. You know what they told me last time. That childhood trauma... Therapy my ass. This is beyond that, Bliss. Evie, no.
You know I've always respected your science-loving, eternally skeptical ass. You know it! But this is too much. Even you should agree with me.
Yeah, that's a bit... I don't think therapy gonna help there, babes. Fine, listen, you can come with me and talk to Grandma later, okay? But let me have my last day as a skeptical ass, or the last day as the granddaughter that doesn't believe in Faeborn's curse. So what actually is Faeborn's curse, is my question. Then you two can start with your rituals and your spells and whatever you want, I won't complain. This is serious, Bliss. And that's why I'm going back to therapy to tackle it, and why I'm willing to let you two fix me spiritually, or do whatever it is that you two want to do to me. She purses her lips, but her silence means that she's at least giving it a thought. You know how hard it is to have a friend that doesn't believe in a cult, right? Hey, right back at you. It's not any easier for me. Heaving a long sigh, she leans back on the bench and looks up to the sky. I find myself imitating her, trying to digest the conversation we just had. You know that time I thought there was a ghost in my closet? I look at her, my mouth ticking upward at the memory. Which one? She pushes me away with an elbow. Asshole. After Uncle Cristobal died. Oh, that one. You said it smelled weird, like lilies. You couldn't pay me to open the closet, but you did it so bravely. It was a closet, and there was no ghost inside, like I said. I know. I look up again, my gaze drifting between the leaves. The sun warm on my cheeks. The scent of lilies, annoyingly sweet, drifts back to me as I work through the remnants of the past. I don't know what Evie's thinking, but I do know she's scanning her own memories, maybe trying to search for moments where she could have done something else to help me. To help her best friend with scary dreams and a cool Spider-Man backpack. Wordlessly, she gently pulls me towards her, pressing my head against her shoulder. From her bag, she produces a cereal bar, handing it to me in silence. She kisses my hair before I offer her a little clump of honeyed cereal. She munches on it in silence, as I do the same, both lost in our thoughts, yet anchored by each other's presence. But the smell stayed, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Here we are. After weaving through the narrow streets surrounding that main square, passing by stores way older than both of us, we reach our destination. Evie stops with a bounce and daintily bats her eyelashes at me in front of us lies. Nothing. Nothing like the old tobacco store I remember. The one-story building looks as though it was forcibly wedged between the two other. The facade is pristine, untouched by weather or time, completely out of place. When did you say this place opened? I don't know, a while ago? Wow! Now who's farting? Evie, this wasn't here last week. Not even close. A facelift of this caliber would have taken months. I don't recall ever seeing this place under construction, or so much as a single machine in the area, or anything that would suggest a change like this. Come on, Bliss, it didn't spawn out of nowhere. Unless it did. Unless it did. Ooh, is the skeptic finally letting her sixth sense talk? I can't believe it. No, this has nothing to do with the Costa's ugly store. This is a completely different building. Isn't that what renovations are about? I clamp my mouth shut. My eyes dart between Evie and the shop behind her. We still have time to go back. No.
I can't believe I'm the one being obnoxiously rational here. This place was here last week, and the week before. If a little less pretty. You've not left the house much. It's natural you didn't notice.
Sure. She's right, isn't she? Just a bit on edge. Look, if you want to go back home or wait here, no, I'm going with you. So you can protect me if anything happens? She pinches my shoulder and I gently push her away. Exactly. Let's go, my knight in shining armor. She heads to the entrance, gleaming with excitement. The lightly tinted windows of the store have a wavering shine like an inviting hand, beckoning us to enter. Good morning. We were greeted with silence. No, even worse, with the low humming of cheap mystical music. Holding the door open, I examined the well-lit waiting room. Every esoteric shop looks the same to me. Same colors, same decorations, the same smell. Sandalwood and rosemary. Grandma would hate it. Psst, the door. Ah, sorry. I rub my hands on my shirt, smearing my fingertips on the fabric. Why is it so hot in here? It's July, Bliss. The AC is on, don't worry. I don't reply. We both sneak further in, eyeing the many trinkets decorating the room. A business card slips off its neat stack on the top of the table in the middle of the room. I put it back into place and notice a bunch of flashy flyers next to them. Glitter falls from its pages and on the floor when I open the thick, glossy fold-out paper. Master Lysander. A wandering mage seeking knowledge and offering enlightenment. Oh, I'm kind of an idiot. I was trying to read it from the fucking flyer instead of the fucking... Okay, well... The solution to break the curse that falls in the city lies nowhere else but in my powerful mind. No way, this man also thinks the town is haunted? That makes 2 people in all of Feyborn, which isn't much, but it's weird enough. Wait, there's a 2-month waiting list? That's ridiculous. Mr. Lysander is a busy man. We both jump at the screech of the door hinges. We turn towards the noise, watching as pale smoke emerges from one of the rooms and gently floats up to the ceiling in neat spirals. Master Lysander, is that you? Whispers seep through the fog. A chill pulls at the back of my neck as the mist embraces each step Evie takes towards the room, enchanted by whatever is inside. She leans to the door frame, taking a peek, and chuckles before turning back to me.
Don't get too bored.
I won't. The last thing I see before the door closes is her radiant smile. I kind of don't like that she just went in there. That don't feel right. The silence is unnerving. Unsure of what to do with myself, I sit down on the couches, gasping when I sink into the mushy pillows. I guess I'm just left to wait about 2 hours, or until Evie gets bored of asking all. 2 hours is crazy. Asking all the questions she can come up with. I almost pity Master Lysander. I sit back and lace my fingers on top of my belly. Taking a nap seems like a wonderful idea right now, and I close my eyes and breathe in. I feel like that's not a good idea. Not a terrible place, smaller than it looks from the outside. I can't relax. There's an annoying tingle in the back of my head, mingling with the remnants of this morning's headache, slowly returning now that there's some peace and quiet around me. My brain starts to wander places I would rather not go right now, and my attempts to pull my thoughts away from there are useless. Why is Grandma apologizing now? I know I lied to her. That must have hurt. She most likely thinks I don't trust her anymore, which is fair. Not a reasonable thing to think. But do I really want to know what she has to say this time around? I've been trained to steer away from all the superstitious nonsense for so long that I can't imagine just sitting down and hearing more of it. What do I want to do? Evie... A text from Evie, who should not be texting while she's getting her fortune read. Attached to the text is a poorly taken photo of what seems to be a bunch of rocks thrown on top of a round table. SFL, save for later. I don't think you're supposed to stink a photo of... Anyways. Yeah, I think I have enough magic and mystery in my life as it is. Ooh. Who would that be? He kinda... Another door opens with a rumbling thud, and a shadowy figure stands at the other side of the room.
The reading can begin now.
Oh. So what the fuck room did, Evie go into? For a moment, I don't know if they're talking to me or if another customer has come in during my lapse in attention. It only takes a brief inspection to check that there's no one else around, though it's just us. This way. They gesture with their arm, holding the door wide open in clear invitation. Interesting. So was that done on purpose? I mean, we're already here. You know? Oh, well, it's either getting a tarot reading or wallowing in my misery while I wait for Evie to finish up. And that could take, what, 3 hours? I wouldn't be surprised if Master Leander kicks her out. Before I can open my mouth, however, I remember something crucial. Sorry, I didn't book a session. My friend was already in there with your colleague, so...
On the house. Your soul looks like it craves some advice.
What that's supposed to mean? I managed not to make any weird faces. As much as this is not my thing, I'm not about to laugh at it either. Out loud, at least. My soul is kind of fine. You don't need to bother. Is it now?
Mind you, my colleague won't appreciate you digging a hole in our floor without good reason.
Their eyes are pointedly aiming at my right leg, my rapidly bouncing leg. I stop immediately, heat crawling up my face.
Allow me to insist. I can see it in your eyes, darling. The need for answers.
I bite my tongue not to respond to the endearment. Every coherent thought abandons my brain. It's true that today has been odd. But of course, for this person, every day is a weird day. There's no business otherwise. Come. Let me see what I can do for you. Well, maybe I can get another funny prediction to add to the pile. Would be way more entertaining than sitting here staring at the ceiling for God knows how long. I stand up from my seat and their smile broadens. I have a feeling this is actually Master Leander. Inside the room, the psychic stands in front of a bookshelf, their fingers hovering over the spines of the many books neatly tucked inside. It's a small place that barely has space to move around. The air is heavy, charged with different smells mixing together in a distinct perfume. Please, close the door and take a seat. I reluctantly look back at the waiting room. There's an odd pressure in my chest I can't get rid of. No, I've never been intimidated by places like this. I'm not about to start now. I push the door until it's sealed, sending a flurry of some kind of sparkling powder from the floor. Thank you. As I take my seat, the seer starts rummaging around. I seize the opportunity to scan the rustic bookshelves, finding many trinkets I've seen in other occult shops. The classic voodoo doll, the plastic skull. Some of these books have to be fake. The Womb of a Butterfly, the Three-Eyed Serpent, Guardian of Knowledge. Wait, I recognize those. The Age of the Great First Pacts, The Courtship of Errant Souls, Cycles and Traditions. Grandma has these books. Excuse me, how common are these books? They lift their gaze to me, then follow my finger pointing to the dust-toned spines of allegedly extremely rare tomes of Grandma's collection. As common as they can be. That's not hopeful at all. Do not be impatient, Bliss. We have barely started. My heart skips a beat. I never said my name. How do you... They smile slowly.
The one between told me about you.
The fuck
They
does
knew
that
you'd
mean?
Come to me today.
The one between. That's a new one. Like, what the fuck? When they finally sit in front of me, they place a small notebook near the edge of the table. It's shabby to say the least. The faded cover still has some visible white lines, but I can't make any sense of the drawings they used to form.
I have been waiting for you.
Quite impatiently, may I add. A mortar and pestle join the book on the table, as well as a slim wooden box and an ink bottle with a brush seated on top. Today has been quite an eventful day, has it not? My face drops a bit, but I'm quick to cover it up. By the way their grin widens, I can tell I failed. No need to be so surprised. You more than anyone should be familiar with the ways of the occult. There's gonna be an end in like 4 minutes. There's no way they know about me or my family. They're surely only reciting a speech they use to impress every client that steps into this room. Discomfort worms its way into my chest, but inside it, there's the slightest spark of curiosity. Okay, first of all, I think at some point you kind of have to drop being skeptical, because you didn't even realize that this shop existed, and yet they somehow know your name. That's not really normal. Like, the fuck? Share your thoughts with me. My thoughts?
You have some, don't you?
I don't know, maybe.
Who are you? How do you know that? What do you want?
Choose the first thing that crosses your mind, whatever that may be. You see, the key to getting acquainted with one's psyche lies in spontaneity. I don't know why my brain
Your
stuttered.
inner self knows more about what haunts you than you do yourself.
Wait, before we start, I have to warn you. I don't believe in this kind of thing. I don't mean to disrespect your work in the slightest, but you may be wasting your time with me. You don't really believe that, do you, Miss Devereaux? There's a deliberately crafted balance inside you. You refuse to believe, but I can see you're quite sensitive to the way the common folk consider unorthodox. There's a pointed pause as they tilt their head. Yes, that makes sense. Your family's influence, yes? My mouth opens to ask, but I stop myself. They know what I'm about to say, and I know what they would answer. The one between told me. You must know, then, how the minds of a chosen few are prone to connecting with unusual places and forces. They are become stiff and dense around me, and the shadows behind their figures seem to elongate until I can make out the shape of the tower. Just who the hell are you? Now we want to ask questions.
They know me as the guide. Consider me a friend of yours, or an ally. Yes, that may suffice.
His character design is dope. Who knows you as that? Their demeanor shifts from slight caution to veiled challenge, fingers lacing on the table. Those I ate, of course. A guide provides guidance, Bliss. It is your task to find the answers. If you are set on walking this new path, you have to start from the beginning, and with a well-forged conviction. I don't think I follow. It's only natural, darling. It's my duty to help you understand. Please don't call me that. I'm sorry, I don't think I want to go through with this after all. I'll wait outside. Add in 1 minute. My chair scrapes against the floor as I stand up to reach for the door.
Please, wait.
Damn.
I know about your nightmares.
Put some bass in his voice. I know all about them, about the visions haunting you for years now, Bliss.
Please, stay. I just wish to help you. Give me a minute of your time. Let me prove my good intentions to you.
I mean, at this point, you kind of have to believe. Just what are you doing, Bliss? This shouldn't be working on you. How else would he know about your fucking nightmares? Unless Evie was just running her mouth, which, honestly, I wouldn't be that surprised. Because she kind of seems like she might be the type to do that. But I kind of doubt it. They have returned, have they not, since you came back to Faeborn? How do you know that? And please don't say the one in between told me. They swallow hard. Not a word comes out of their mouth. Instead, they tremulously gesture to the chair I abandoned a second ago. Fuck. I sit back down. Cold bites at my fingertips. They did tell me about you. They said you'd pose my greatest challenge, my final duty. Final? At first, I must confess, I didn't quite understand what they saw in you. But now having you in front of my very eyes, I can see you're branded, marked? By it, by the Midnight Tower. My words die in my throat, so it is true. I didn't believe it at first. Humility is, for me, as is human nature, a learning process.
Were you anyone else, I wouldn't have offered you my aid. I wouldn't entertain the idea of asking you to stay. But when I saw you, I understood. You truly are a special one.
Special or curse? Because, I mean, that feels like two different things to me. Fearless, confident, life has tried to bend you to the way of others, and still you have prevailed. I can see why it has marked you. The words collide with each other in my head. The Midnight Tower, the name reaches for a spot in my brain, begging to be scratched, to be remembered.
In good faith, I shall grant you the answer to one question and one question only, in hopes to prove myself no charlatan.
After that, I ask you to allow me to start the session. I promise it'll be nothing but beneficial to you. I glance down at my hands, trembling, swollen, and reddened by a preternatural coldness. The stranger across the table waits patiently, but never stops looking at me. Can I ask anything I want? Of course, anything. And you'll answer truthfully with all of this?
I'm no actor. This right here is who I am, and this, what I'm most proud of, my work, my calling.
So yes, you get an honest answer out of me if I can provide it. They're serious. Is this how Evie feels when she does this? On edge, vulnerable, observed? Where can I even start? How can I formulate a question about something I don't understand in the slightest? No, the question is clear, painfully slow. Welcome back, Magel. This tower, what is it? I don't know. Really? I'm being sincere. I know as much about it as you do, and I can promise you it embarrasses me to admit that. I know of its name, the name it was given, the Midnight Tower, ancient, alive like you and me. But I know nothing else. It is forbidden for me to know in my current state. So I just wasted my question. I wouldn't be so cruel, Bliss. Please give it another thought. What does the one between say about me? How's the turn? How's the town cursed exactly? What do you know about my family? I want to know how the town's cursed. So your boss thinks Faeborn is cursed. My boss? Master Lysander. Ah. You disagree? Their head bobs slightly in silent pondering. Where my brother sees a curse, I see a blessing, an opportunity. Okay, so he's not Master Lysander. This town lies in a place whose reflection harbors deep suffering. Evil's roots have reached across, and have made a home here. Lose. They nod. The scar in Limbo's chest oozes a hatred that seeps into our world, corrupting it. This town rests at its peak, where it's the most damaged. Or so the ancient tomes say. I do think we could help it heal, even if we are trapped in our own reality, for the benefit of both realms. That we are in such an important location must mean we are chosen to do something, but one could say it is a curse. It depends on the angle you choose to address it. I can't see my own face, but judging by their low chuckle, I know surprise doesn't begin to describe it. And what does your patron think? That is not for me to know. Why do you ask? Are you perhaps interested in this curse? In the thoughts of my patron? No. Curiosity, I guess. Actually, you should know why I asked, shouldn't you? They laugh, shaking their head in clear disbelief. The strained ring in my voice isn't helping me in the slightest. I never said I knew everything about you, Bliss. But I shall refrain from refuting you. Curiosity, then. As they open their notebook to the last page to produce a red ribbon, I'm left staring vacantly at some random point in the room. This person has really put some thought into this, whatever this is. Now I've indulged you, so please indulge me. Under my vigilant stare, they tie one end of the ribbon around their wrist, then extend their hand to me next, leaving it on top of the table. Your hand, please. I hesitate. Something doesn't sit right with me. It hasn't for a while, but you must realize that you knowing so much about me is unsettling and suspicious. Correct. They say nothing more. So I'm supposed to believe there's a spirit or higher being that has branded me, and what the hell does that even mean exactly? What do you want with this? If I stood up and left now, what would you lose? My patron would be disappointed. I don't expect to recruit you or convert you. I merely wish to give you insight, to give you the choice you've never been granted. Let's make a deal then. If I go through with this, you'll let me ask you as many questions as I want. Not just one, and you'll answer them. Their shoulders relax with timid exhale.
I give you my word that after this whole ordeal is over, you will have the answers you seek.
Nice. Good. Not that their words mean anything, but I'll take it, for now. I place my hand on theirs, and to my utter disbelief, they flip it over. They don't seem interested in the lines of my palm. Instead, they tie the other end of the ribbon around my wrist with delicacy, and then dip the brush in the ink. As they do, I sneak my other hand into my pocket where my phone is. If something happens, I just have to press the power button 5 times. Then it's 10 seconds of countdown until emergency services are notified. I mean, if you were that fucking worried about it, you would have been out. I sound crazy. Nothing's going to happen. The sear stops before the tip of the brush can touch my skin, their eyes finding mine. I give them permission with a curt nod. Also, I kind of thought the ribbon might make her relax a little bit more since her grandma uses a ribbon to cleanse her. You know? Thought that might make her feel better. It's oddly fascinating. I thought I had seen everything. Oil, water riddles, ashes, needles, but this is new. Valid. I close my eyes, focusing on the almost soothing sensation of the brush caressing me.
Yes, relax. Let your mind wander far, far away, to places you never believed you could go.
Their voice is so captivating it's impossible not to melt in my seat, concentrating on the feeling of the ink coating my skin. Even granted a glance into the fabric of greatness, Bliss. My hand is left on the top of the table as they draw theirs away, the wood pressing under my fingers throbs. On the black empty canvas that covers my eyes, I see something slithering up, high in the sky. See it, connect with it. I don't know if we really want to connect with that, you know? Like, that don't look too welcoming. The tower, it materializes before me, so alive I could reach out and touch it. There's a lonely path carved in the mountains, disappearing behind a thick curtain of fog. What do you want from me? What are you? Connections. I hear a metallic shing, raising goosebumps on my limbs. I become aware of the silence, of the rumbling of something beneath my feet. There's this strange tickle on the back of my neck again, slowly making the shape of a pair of eyes. Ah, something pins my hand to the table. Oh, is he not there anymore? My hand. Oh? The pain doesn't strike right away. Fear does. What? Wait, why? Oh. Hey. That's not cool. We got fucking stabbed? The blade of a knife has stabbed through my palm, digging deep into the wood. Blood seeps through the grooves and stains them red. I can't breathe. My sweaty thumb slips away from my phone. I don't know how many times I manage to press the button before my body goes numb. I slump over the table, hands slither along my limbs, sharp nails digging into my skin, pressing me down against the freezing wood.
Please don't be scared.
I don't blink when I raise my eyes to the seers, still sitting calmly in front of me. They look at me with a grotesque adoration, placing their hand on top of mine. Ooh, they're bleeding too, and our blood mixes in an indistinguishable crimson stream.
We all have to play our part in this.
His smile is a mix between kinda cute and, like, deeply unsettling. Their face draws close to mine, but I can't recoil. I can't fight this agony turning my limbs to stone.
I have played mine, and now it's time for you to play yours.
Well, hey, I want to go home now. They raise their fingers to my hair, brushing it off my face. Fight. Fight. Fight, Wanderer. Fight. If you want to live, fight. I mean, it do be the only option. A strength that should not be within me rushes to my veins, inhuman and raw. My free hand curls around the handle of the knife at a dizzying speed. I yank the blade out of my hand, drawing an arc through the air with my bubbling blood. The knife's edge glides across the seer's face. Their flesh resists the blade, skin and muscle pushing back against the grip to no use. Oh. Oh. Everything breaks. Like red ribbons carried by the wind, the seer's face explodes in thin strips of meat and blood.
No.
Ew.
No!
That sounds yucky.
This can't be happening! This was not the deal!
The last thing I see before white pierces my eyes is the seer's face, twisting beyond recognition as the flesh around their mouth tears with a terrifying sound. That sounds yucky. Hey, Popcorn, hey, how are you? How are you? Not appetizing at all. Hell no, it's not. A violent gust of wind pushes me back against the chair. The furniture is lifted into the air, flying around like sheets of paper, and I cling to the knife for dear life. The chair gives in, and gravity pulls me down at a speed that flips my stomach over. It burns. I wonder what the fuck's going on with Evie right now. We're just like going through fucking hell, and she's probably playing with fucking crystals. I'm good. What are you playing? LOL. Quite the scene. I know. Yeah, you joined in at a crazy scene. So this is called Lost in Limbo. It is considered a dating sim. So as the story is now, we've had this recurring dream of this talking tower that seems hella fucking ominous. And we've had this dream since we were children. Our grandma seems to know a little bit about what's going on, but hasn't really come right out and said anything to us. Apparently the town that we live in is fucking cursed, so that's great. Our friend had an appointment with a seer, so we went with her to the appointment, and this guy comes out and offers us a reading. And at first he seems good enough. And we kind of fall into his trap pretty much. And he knows things that he really shouldn't know. And then we get a fucking knife to the hand, which is kind of crazy, actually. And now we're here, wherever here is. Flames lick my skin, burning past my clothes and flash until they reach bone. I try to open my eyes only to screw them shut again with a wail, afraid they'll turn into ashes like the rest of me. I can't hear anything but a ringing in my brain. I don't know if my voice is reaching anyone as I scream for help. I crash into something, my bones break, one after the other, like the keys of a piano being violently played. We're like fucking dying, and Evie's over there playing with crystals and tarot cards and having a good old time. My charred skin comes apart until my raw flesh is in the open, and the raging gale carrying me transforms into a million needles pricking every spot they can reach. Then there's just silence around me and inside me. The sensations of my bones shattering into splinters feels like soft droplets of rain caressing my body. So this must be it. This must be what dying feels like. Within the agonizing plague of thoughts tearing my brain apart, there's a clear revelation that leaves no emotion behind. I'm going to die. Awaken, my wanderer. Oh, so we are the wanderer. Interesting. So who the fuck is the betrayer? I see the night sky. Pearlescent tears glint in the vast darkness of the world, above and below as far as the eye can see. The soft hands of the void brush my hair away from my face and brace the soles of my feet. I'm standing, or so I think. I can see my bones peeking through the sliced and scorched meat my body once was, and I feel nothing. Hey, that's fucking concerning. Can we freak out a little bit? You are here, but you are not. There is no sense of direction. Left and right merge with up and down, and the only points of reference I have are my useless limbs. You're not complete. Something warm touches my hand. When I look down, there's nothing but pitiful sight of the thin bones that remain attached to my arm. We got fucked up. It's not my body that's being touched, it's me. This is most disheartening. I had hoped you would... Yes, I had hoped. That is all I could do. Do not fear, my dear wanderer, I will take care of you. All of them have failed me, all of them. But you won't. You won't fail me. That's a lot of pressure to fucking put on me, and I don't know you. Gentle fingers caress my cheeks, soothing to my aching skin. The words tickle my brain, begging to be released. I won't fail you. Say it. Manifest it. Feel it in the depths of your soul. Who are you? Oh, that's crazy. It won't let me choose anything else. Like, at first I thought I was tweaking. No, I literally can't choose anything, but I won't fail you. That's kind of funny. I know. Like, yeah, that's something, you know? I know, you're my dear, dear wanderer after all. Our last beacon of hope. The one that carries my will. Having choices but no choices, right? A kiss falls on my forehead. The world lays me down ever so gently, and in its navel, brimming with life, I am left to rest. I am cradled in vaporous waves, laving at the shore that is yet to heal from the storm. But one day it will heal, and it will be glorious. This will be my parting gift to you. Shooting stars descend from above, sinking to the empty husk that I am. Inside me they stretch and twist, sewing me back together stitch by stitch. Bitch, we should've went back to fucking grandma. We should have listened to Evie and took our asses home. Then there is light. My eyelids, still sticky from my unfinished and hollow eyes, part to reveal a shining silhouette. Hey, Aqua, how are you? How are you? I hope you're having a good day. I don't know if I like what's happening right now. The world groans with animosity and hatred. The sky turns red for the briefest of instants before it settles back into a deeper blue. You never give up, do you? Breaking into my sacred chest, taking my wanderer away from me. Your cruelty knows no limits. A gasp perished through my body as life is breathed into me once more. Oh, so was the seer the betrayer, maybe? I don't know, I'm confused. Hi, I'm good. I hope you're well too. Yeah, I'm good. It's been a chill morning, honestly. I'd just be chillin'. The pain is numbing and suffocating, but there is no chest for me to clutch. Our time together comes to an end. I will see you soon, my dear wanderer. I will see you soon. Ooh, now we're in a forest. Ugh, a dream? It all was fuck. The red and black dots burned into my corneas mixed with the tears glazing over my eyes, making it difficult to focus on what's in front of me. I catch the faint chant of crickets in the distance. My skin shivers as I look at the clogged sky. It's freezing. I prop myself up on my elbows, coughing and spitting the patches of grass from my mouth. Ugh. Suddenly, every sensation crashes into me at once. Wait, do we have a body? Yeah, I was kind of fucking wondering about that. Everything, it burns. I pop my hands into fists, only to be rewarded with a wave of sharp, white-hot pain. I try to gulp down every breath, but the air gets caught between my wheezing ribs. Under my skin, something's moving. I claw at my arms at my throat, trying to tear off the lumps my nails run into. The pain, I can't. I collapse on my side, blades of grass scratching my sizzling skin. A single drop of rain falls on my forehead. It's fine, Bliss. You'll be fine. Clenching my jaw tight, I catch one breath after another. Hey, you don't seem fine. I don't know how long I wait before the agony tearing me apart finally ebbs away. The first coherent sensation that takes over me is the smell of wet grass and dirt. I sit up. The sudden motion turns my stomach upside down, but I force myself to my feet. I look down, gasping at the sight of blood dripping down my forearm. There's a swollen, gaping cut in the middle of my palm. Ouch. What the hell just happened? I take in my surroundings. Trees stand as far as the eye can see. The hill I seem to be on top of slinks down and back up, spreading into endless mountains. My head. The memories spring forth as if from an open faucet. The seer clearly knew about me. I remember talking with them. I remember the pain in my hand and that adrenaline surging through my veins, but then nothing. I can't recall a single thing after that. So we don't remember talking to whoever the fuck that was. Did they drug me? Was I hallucinating? I mean, considering the fact that your whole body's kind of fucked, I would say no. My phone, I have to check my phone. Thankfully, it's still in my pocket, in one piece. There's no signal at all, no internet connection either. But I dial Evie's number anyway. Alright, okay. I'll call the emergency number. Fuck, come on. There should be a network tower somewhere. Why can't I even reach the fucking emergency line? What if they attacked Evie too? Was the appointment a trap? I have to do something. I can't just wait here. Taking a deep breath, I put the hem of my shirt between my teeth and rip a piece of fabric. I managed to tightly wrap the cloth around my hand. It doesn't take long for it to turn red, but I can only hope it does some good until I find help. Okay, Bliss, good job. The moon peeks over the clouds, its pale light bouncing off of something buried in the mud. There, covered in blood, lies the knife. So where the fuck did we end up, and why'd the knife come with us? I cut them back, didn't I? I just cut that person's face. I mean, it was kind of deserved. You know? I never held a knife. I don't think I have that command. This is the list of commands that I do have. I never held a knife in my hands with the purpose of hurting someone or defending myself. As I grab it now, I don't feel that strength from before, but an unsettling pressure in my chest. It may come in handy. They might come back to finish the job, which is terrifying to think about. Let's get a move on. Also, like, you don't have a fucking signal because you're obviously not fucking on your regular Earth. Do you see the sky? Balancing the knife between my fingers, I fit my phone in my palm, eyes trained on the empty signal bars as I start to march toward. Oh, I forgot. Nox has fucking commands. That's funny. I'm sorry, I forgot about Nox. It is really pretty. So far, I really like the character designs too. There has to be a network tower somewhere, or a road I can get to. There's some kind of band tied around the trees, which means people must be living nearby. This could be a pilgrimage route, or a camping zone. Maybe these rocks are some kind of landmark? Ooh, and there's also these little ghosts that you can have. The flapping of wings breaks the silence. A group of crows sits on the branch right above my head, tilting their beaks at me. No, you're good. Have fun. I speed up, moving my phone around to catch even a small bar of signal. The crows follow me, bouncing from tree to tree, trying to guess where I might be going. If only I knew to begin with. Fuck, I'm not close to Feyborn at all, am I? Huh? A reddish light flickers in the forest below, standing out amongst the dark green of the landscape. It's a fire. There's someone down there. I'm saved. Are you, though? The little ghosts blah, blah, blah. The little ghosts also have their own commands. So, like, they can eat pizza. You think it's so cute you can pet Nox. I raise my eyes to the sky as relief washes over me. The thick clouds disperse to unveil the moon, as if she wanted to give me her blessing. I've never seen the moon look so big. It shines so brightly, it illuminates the whole forest like a... Ooh. Hey. That is... But No, wait a second. Whatever they did to me, whatever is going on, it's just in my head. Nothing else. Except it's not. No, something's wrong here. My heart starts pounding loudly in my ears. The tower is there, just like in my dreams, standing infinitely tall right before my eyes. It exists. The tower is real. Magnificent, isn't it? Ouch. A sharp flash of pain drills inside of my skull. The light of the moon becomes unbearable as I turn away, clutching my forehead. What the hell did they do to me? Frigid sweat rolls down my spine. There's a suffocating pain in my chest. I need to find help soon. I glance back at the fire, trying not to let the massive tower on the horizon drag my attention away. There's definitely someone down there, but I don't know if my body will hold out long enough. Keep walking to the fire, I guess. No, I'm almost there. I can't give up now. I mean, I've gotten this far. Just a bit more, just enough to reach that fire. It could be a shelter, some teenagers partying in secret, a family having a camp. You're entirely too optimistic, bro. Like, what? All of those sound better than turning away from the tower and taking my chances in the dark. Whatever that thing is, whatever is happening, it has a logical explanation. Does it? Literally nothing that has happened to us since we woke up has had a logical explanation. But okay, I guess. With that thought in mind, I keep walking. The murmur of the wind is my single companion. At least the strange wooden lamps framing the path offer an adequate source of light. Zero survival instinct. Exactly. Like, what's good? What was that? I look around, wary of any movement or sound, but after a couple of seconds of holding my breath, nothing happens. There's a strange chill in the air, and now that I pay attention, there's not a sound to be heard. That's unsettling. I freeze. A long shadow stretches up amongst the jagged trunks, disappearing behind the trees. There's a figure standing at its end, remaining completely still. Don't like that. I can't see their face, but they're completely clad in black, their clothes tight against their skin. Their head begins to swirl from left to right, searching for something. Searching for someone. They found me, but I didn't hear anyone following me. Who the fuck is they? No, they would have jumped me by now if they had noticed me, right? Whispers come from where the stranger lingers. A sharp ray of moonlight pierces through the trees, bathing them in light. Oh, hey, I don't like that. I don't like that. What? What the hell is that? I grip the handle of the knife with all my strength, taking a step back. Maybe we shouldn't have went towards the fire, The hairs on my arms stand on end as I take in the vicious putrid flesh of the creature before me. Its skin sizzles when the light brushes its arms, long and knotted together like rotten chunks of meat. One sprouts after the other form a pool of mangled bodies, keeping it standing. Ew. It's saying my name. I don't like that. I slam my hand over my mouth to stifle a whimper. A familiar metallic stench reaches my nostrils, and I press my lips together in a poor attempt to keep the blood on my hand from seeping into my mouth. Bliss? A retch turns my stomach upside down. This is a nightmare. This can only be a nightmare. The creature doesn't move. Its elongated head keeps pivoting from one side to the other like a watchtower. Hide. Oh, it's timed? That was crazy. It hasn't seen me yet, or so I hope. Why is it saying my name? Throwing a panicked glance over my shoulder, I make up my mind. As silently as I can manage, I delve deeper into the woods, away from the creature. I walk until I can't see the road any longer, careful not to step on any dry patches of grass or fallen leaves. It's dark. Fog is starting to rise, wrapping me in frostbitten embrace, and I can barely see beyond the tips of my toes. Bloody hands still covering my mouth, I slowly crouch behind a tree and wait. I don't know what I should do. What if it doesn't leave? What if it comes this way and it's out there? I feel it. I swear I can hear its heavy steps behind me. Please don't find me. Please don't find me. I wait in silence, not daring to even breathe. Time stretches until I lose track of it, until I perceive nothing but the wailing of the wind and the anxious throbbing of my taut muscles. Every time I think of standing up and looking back, I stop myself just a minute longer. I can't stay here forever. I should keep walking, head anywhere I can reach. I clumsily bring myself to my feet, using the tree for leverage. Peeling my hand off my face, I take a shallow breath, one that smells of iron and dirt. Yeah, this would be a little spooky. Mind you, this is in fact a dating sim. So like romance is in here somewhere. Whoa. Pain rattles my skull as I'm shoved back against the trunk, rough fingers press against my lips, shutting them close. I latch onto the arm, keeping me hostage, yanking at the fabric covering it.
If you want to live, do not move.
Well then. Thin, unblinking pupils pin me to where I stand. My chest heaves with a ragged breath, and the fingers digging in my jaw tighten painfully in silent punishment. They push me back against the tree with more force. The jagged edges of the bark bite into my skin. As this unfamiliar face draws closer until I can feel their breath merging with mine, I swear my skull is going to crack in half like an egg. Probably the only human for Miles, so let's obey. Terror takes over. Those sunken eyes make my guts churn. I take one last breath through my nose before I become completely still. My hand clawing at his arm a second ago now hold on to him for dear life. I look into their eyes, begging, but they just push harder against my mouth. Something moves behind them, and a pitiful sound escapes from my chest.
Shh, quiet.
I didn't say anything. My gaze flickers to the left, but the stranger tilts my head back into place, forcing me to lock gazes with them. They don't move. If it weren't for the pulse I can feel in their fingers, I would swear there's no heart beating past his ribcage. The treacherous claws of curiosity tickle my spine, beckoning me to look over their shoulder, but I resist the urge. Instead, I just stare deeply into the haunting pools of green in front of me. We wait. The chill of the night filters through my clothes, biting into my sweat-coated skin. My heart beats so achingly loud, I'm afraid it will give away our position. But just as fast as it began, it ends. The stranger releases me, taking away all the strength that was keeping me upright. I manage to kneel forward, fighting the acid climbing to my throat. A retch rattles my chest, but I swallow down whatever may be trying to merge. My forceful savior looks around in grim silence. When they notice my gaze, they tilt their head askew, as if wondering whether I have something to say. You're not as obtuse as you look. Maybe you do have a chance after all. Wow. So, it sounds like he knows who I am. Sorry, I need to stretch. and their words are hushed, not meant for my ears, but aimed at me nonetheless. Then he starts walking away without so much as a warning. Wait. They do not stop. I don't have time to think as I bring myself to my feet, running after them. Hey, wait. I wrap my hand around their arm to stop them. He is a little yummy. So, I also really liked you missed the character design for the seer that we saw. I really liked his character design, but he kind of ended up stabbing us with a fucking knife, so there's that. I wrap my hand around their arm to stop them.
Do not touch me.
Well then. You touched me, bitch. He brushes me away, creating some distance between us. I'm left gawking at the retreating back as I scramble to follow them. We've made it back to the path somehow. The moonlight traces the silver edges of his attire. Our recognition tickles my brain. Okay, so he has a couple flaws, but like... Are you one of them? What? Your cloak. What about it? The eye in the chest, the obscured face. This can't be a coincidence. Take your hood off. They stare at me. From the distance I can't see their eyes, but I can feel them piercing me with cold defiance. Please? After a tense moment of silence, he sighs. Their hands move slowly to the edges of the hood, peeling it off their head. Ooh, look at his ears. His skin is so pale I can clearly see the bluish veins running under his cheeks. His eyes a green too bright to be natural. Draw a line from the top of my head to the tip of my toes. Satisfied? They walk away, not waiting for an answer. Wherever this is, they don't look surprised to see me. I'm covered in mud, one arm still dripping blood, and they haven't so much as batted an eyelid. There's no way someone like them has found me here in the middle of nowhere by pure chance. Agreed. I stumble after them without a second thought, bringing a hand to my still burning chest. Wait, you know something, don't you? They don't slow down whatsoever. If anything, I'd swear they're speeding up to try and leave me behind, which is fucked up. Wait, can you walk slower, please? No, keep up. Damn. I instinctively look back at the tower, now becoming thinner on the horizon as we start climbing down the hill. Where are we? Somewhere you should not be. That's pretty obvious. Are we far away from Faeborn? Do you know where that is?
We are immeasurably far from your home.
Uh-oh. Right. Are we close to yours then? Or to a hospital, preferably? Baby girl, I'm pretty sure where we are, there are no hospitals. The firm, hasty steps carry them down the hill with the confidence of someone who knows where they're going, and I don't know what to do or say. Reason is starting to abandon me slowly, but surely. My vision is already blurring at the edges. Someone did something to me. I probably lost some blood. I think I'm delirious. I catch the flicker of their eyes as they glance at my poorly bandaged hand. You will survive. Why are you so fucking annoyed with me, bro? I don't know you. Their indifferent snort makes me stop completely. When they notice I'm not following, they look at me over their shoulder. What are you stopping for? First of all, you acted like you didn't even want me following you. Like, what's good? I see it now, the disgust in his gaze as he looks at me, the impatient tapping of his foot, both as if I were nothing but a nuisance they were forced to take care of. This person doesn't feel any sympathy for me, and his intentions are as much a mystery as he is. I stop myself from looking back at the thought of running away crosses my mind. Maybe if I use all of the strength left in me to reach the campfire, I have a chance to do it. I will not go after you. Well, if you want to leave, leave. I do not care. Then why the hell did you help me? Exactly, the audacity to be annoyed while I'm bleeding the fuck out. Like, I've just been fucking traumatized. I don't know what's going on. Like, a crumb of sympathy wouldn't hurt. The words leave my mouth before I can even think them through. The step they were about to take halted suddenly, as if my question had physically manifested in front of them to block their way. Do not be mistaken. If I saved you, You, what, blah, 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 blah. If I saved you, know I have my reasons. Okay, and those are... He lifts his gaze to the sky. A storm is growing closer. Let us hurry. It won't be long before they find our trail. What? No response. Again, I speed up as much as my sore muscles allow me until I'm walking right next to them, and they take a pointed step to the side to distance. What the fuck? Like I have fucking cooties. Like what's... Why is he such an asshole? Themselves from me. Who? What do you mean? That thing? Are you talking about that? Yes. You saw it? Yes. So I wasn't hallucinating. No. Are we gonna get one-worded answers? Okay. It knew my name. How? Why did it know my name? Circles, can't you just be quiet for a second? For someone who complains about their state, you surely have plenty of energy to flap that tongue of yours. You're a dick, dude. If you answered any of my questions, I'd have a reason to shut up. All of your questions will be answered when we get to safety. Now, unless you wish to know what it feels like to have your head separated from your body, shut up and keep walking. That's a crazy fucking threat. Like, obviously I don't know what's going on. I'm fucking lost. I don't know where I am. Like, today has really been an awful, terrible, no good fucking day for us. And you're just like the cherry on top. A shudder rolls down my spine as I risk a glance back over my shoulder. Alright, get to safety. That sounds good. At least tell me your name. No, what the fuck? Why not? It's not important. It is to me. You did save me. I'd like to know your name. They mutter something under their breath. I don't have to hear it to know it's nothing close to a compliment. Envy. I wonder if... Is he a love interest? I saw pictures of the love interest, but I kind of don't remember. Huh?
If you have to address me, which I hope doesn't happen too frequently, that is what you will
It's
call me.
fucking rude. I like his voice, though. Is that like an artistic name or something? No. They must have chosen it themselves. I doubt any parent would do that to their child. You would be fucking surprised. Alright, nice to meet you, I guess. I'm Bliss. I did not ask. What a piece of shit. I'm left behind again as they pick up speed, and this time I don't try to catch up. That's the end of the conversation and any further exchange we could have had. Bye! See you later! Hope you have a good day. We continue to climb down the hill in silence, with me trailing a few feet behind him. The wind starts blowing more harshly, stinging my skin, and I hug myself to preserve the feeble warmth left in me. Every step takes an immense effort, but I refuse to stop. I know they're not going to help me to my feet if I were to fall down. They sure as hell wouldn't. Do not dawdle. We're not out of danger yet. I'm trying. Not hard enough, it seems. Yo, fuck off. Nah, bite back. Could you just stop with that, you asshole? If I were you, I'd be more careful with what you say. Whether you survive or not is... Whatever you... Blah, 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 blah. Oh. I don't know why... Okay. I swear I can read. Whether you survive or not is up to me. As if you give a fuck. There are so many things you could have done already if you really wanted to help me, but you haven't. You somehow found me in the middle of nowhere, and you're not even slightly concerned about what the fuck happened to me. You're not wondering how I got here, why I'm bleeding, so I know that you're plotting something. I may be walking right into trouble, but I have to cling to the only glimmer of hope I can find. If this person is all bark and no bite, I might have a chance to get out of this. If the worst were to come, I was probably dead anyway. You know nothing. And it is better that way. I miscalculate and step on a jagged rock without enough strength to right myself. One moment I'm walking, and the next everything is spinning out of control around me.
I told you not to touch me.
Yo. Do we still have our knife? Can we just, like, stab him? Like, one good stab, you know? Their voice is so close, and yet it fades into the wind like a distant mumble. Their shoulder pushes back against me, but my body refuses to straighten, bending over itself. Then just let me fall, idiot. You're the idiot. They say nothing else, or perhaps I'm too dizzy to hear his complaints. My neck can't support the weight of my head any longer, and I feel it bobbing to the side, bumping against them. Which is honestly so fair, because, like, we just went through fucking hell. I really should have left you behind. You're an asshole. What do you mean? Maybe if you didn't talk so much, you'd have more energy to continue. Hesitantly, their hand cups my shoulders, easily supporting my weight. My feet shuffle unsteadily, messing up the first few steps I try to take. No other words leave their lips as they carry me through the forest. As much as I try to walk on my own, I end up leaning against them more than I would like to admit. I don't feel any better, but by the time we reach what looks like the bottom of the hill, I'm at least breathing properly. Fog is starting to rise once more, coiling around the trunks and the rocks framing the path. We stop. The hand on my shoulder stiffens, and I look at its owner, catching them furrowing their brow. Someone's coming. My breath gets stuck in midway as I remember that thing from before. Stay close. I look at them as they step away, facing the source of the sound. I have to bend over to not lose my balance and fall flat to the ground. What? They lift a finger to their lips and I clamp my mouth shut, gluing myself to their side. The knife is still in my hands, its presence as reassuring as it can be. However, when the tight buzzing in the air seems to reach its peak, Envy just deflates with a tiny sigh. Amon. I like their ears. He's kind of hunky. Vivi. Fuck. I jump with a scream as a gargantuan figure materializes right behind me. My elbow collides quite spectacularly with Envy's chin. He deserves the fuck out of that. When they try to stop me from throwing us both to the ground. Ouch. Watch out, idiot. Sorry. A man pops out from the fog, heedless of our reaction. With each step he takes towards us, I find myself craning my neck back further until it's stretched to its limits. He's wearing a weird fleshy tunic, and I avert my gaze when I see the generous cut in the middle, showcasing everything from his neck to his navel.
Vivi! Damn it, I was starting to get worried.
He kinda hot.
Don't call me that, you moron!
Huh.
What's with that now? Just don't call me that.
Oh, I was worried sick about you. And this is how you'll repay me?
I hate the voice that's happening here. I'm sorry to say. I never asked for you to worry about me. You don't have to ask, silly. It's my job. Circles keep me.
Hey, you two look comfy.
Envy turns to eye me at the same time I do. Our limbs are still awkwardly tangled together, somehow creating a weird balance that keeps us from collapsing in a heap. Hey! Whoops. Envy shoves me away from them. Luckily, Amon catches me with an ease that borders on comedy.
Now. We don't treat our guests like that, Vivi.
Envy covers their face with both hands, growling loudly against his palms. Your name is Vivi? No.
Use that name again and it'll be the last thing you do.
You're so prickly. Oh my god. Cute, right? As I look intermittently between them, I decide I don't know which one of them I trust the least. You alright, sweetheart? My mouth opens to speak, but the sight of the man approaching me steals any coherent words I could offer. It's not that he's taller than average, no, he's the tallest person I've ever encountered in my life. He's huge, massive even. A smirk takes the corner of his lip upward, squeezing the eye patch he's wearing over his left eye against his brow bone.
I may have to charge you if you look at me like that for too long.
I don't really like that he kind of a country twang to his voice. I don't know. I just don't like it. It feels like kind of out of place in a fantasy setting. My mind short circuits. Unsure of how to handle the situation at all, I raise my bleeding hand and wave it about. No, I'm not alright. Your friend here has been dragging me around the forest for a good while now. As if. I have not once forced you to come with me. Oh, thank you for your basic decency. You do not deserve even that. You're a bitch. Like, fuck you. Why is he like that? You two are getting along just fine, ain't you? No. I bring my not-stabbed hand to my forehead and massage my temples. This couldn't go any worse. When I raise my head again, Amon is scrutinizing me with an arched eyebrow. What? He dusts off my shoulders, but as the gesture is, the slightly disgusted face he makes betrays how terrible I must look. Damn, you look like crap, Bunny. We've got to get that hand checked. Yeah, that's what I've been telling your friend. Thanks? Wait, what'd you just call? The name's Amon, by the way, and Vivi's big bro. He draws Envy closer by the shoulders with a huge grin, pressing him against his side. Unfortunately. You two are siblings? So what happened? I thought it wouldn't take you long. Envy scurries away from his brother's grasp. Once again, I'm non-existent. Yeah, they're family, alright. They're ignoring people actively talking to me trait must run in their genes. The Voidbound found her first. I managed to lure them away, but they must have picked up on our trail by now. That's no good. The what? Let's get going then. I already sent word to the Spire of what's going on. Wait. Let me stop you right there. This is going too fast. I'm having trouble catching up. What the hell are you talking about? Nothing of your concern. You will keep doing as I say. I will fucking stab you. Like, what the fuck? What? No. Their eyes narrow on me. No. I think I have already played along enough. I deserve an explanation. Where are you taking me exactly? Where are we? No one has mentioned a hospital or a police station. In fact, these two weird-looking people seem surprisingly unmoved by the sight of me. Our gazes clash. I take a preemptive step back, and as I try to curl my hand tightly around the knife, I suddenly realize it's no longer there. Damn. Guess we're not stabbing nobody. Did I drop it? I cast a glance around the area, but I don't see any signs of it. Bastard. Are you looking for this? With a twirl of their wrist, they produce my knife from their cloak. You know what? That means that they knew that I probably would have tried to stab them. And I like that. There's no trace of the blood in the mud that were glued to the blade only minutes ago. I grit my teeth as a single drop of cold sweat tracing down my spine. Good. Remember the position you're in. The cloak swallows both his arms and the knife as he drapes it over himself again. I will tell you what will happen next. You will keep following my instructions until we are out of here. That is the only thing you should think about. I'm not moving until you tell me what's going on. His unreadable facade cracks at the edges. Don't you understand that you're in no position to bargain? It is very simple. Either you obey me or you get torn apart by those creatures. Your choice. Please, if you have a heart, just help me. I mean, I guess just do as he says. It's not like we have any knowledge about what's going on. We're not gonna be any good on our own. I take a deep breath, or what feels like one. Reality is that I have no way of going back home on my own, and these two are my only chances of getting out of here before I pass out. I guess they're not worse than that monster. I don't think I have an option here. Alright, I don't have much of a choice, so I'll cooperate. As if you... What? I'll cooperate. You said to safety, right? Your memory is quite good. I don't reply. I have no energy to do so. I'm outnumbered, they have my knife, and they clearly know the area. Running away would only get me even more lost. Or worse. Lead the way, then. They inspect me carefully. You wanted me to comply, didn't you? Want is a strong word. I do not really care about what you do. Obviously do if you have to threaten me. Yes.
Oh.
Look at you, making friends already with the little bunny. Why am I a bunny? Do me a favor and save your commentary. They scurry away before Amon can say anything else. You know they don't look like it, but they're thankful you're helping. Helping do what? Allow me to doubt that. In silence, like Envy prefers. You, move. He's such an asshole. Going. Yeah, you two go ahead. I'll watch your backs. He pats my shoulder gently, pushing me to where Envy waits, tapping their foot. Because they are waiting, surprisingly. Thanks. They say nothing, which is better than insulting me and ordering me around. But I'd like to know where we are. This is not close to Faeborn, right? Right. Some elaboration would be fucking nice. Anything else you'd like to add? You're in the realm of Limbo, the realm between, the child of the great void. Somehow you have trespassed an unbreakable border, you've eluded the laws of our very existence, and you're the first one to do so, that we know of course. It's astonishing that you can walk on your own 2 feet and mumble any coherent word. In fact, I expect you to keel over any moment now. Per the rules of existence, you should not be here. He averts his eyes when I stare for too long. But that doesn't mean it's bad. BB is kind of a pessimist, so don't worry about it. You're here and very much alive. For now. Amon's grin falters. I press my lips together, trying to bring some order to my thoughts. So, do you believe us? That's hard to answer. If this was a dream, I'd have woken up by now. But there's no way this is real. Nothing makes sense. I assume your ears are like that for a reason. Looks cool, huh? Is that all you have to ask? Oh, of course not. I'm just trying not to lose my mind right now. I'll save the big questions for when my hand is not bleeding and I'm not on the verge of passing out from blood loss. I'm focusing on that for now. We'll take care of that, promise. We're almost there. He brushes my shoulder amicably, beckoning me to look forward. Now, little bunny, come and see. If there's something that can make you believe us, it's this, right here. Fine, but stop calling me